You're being detained right now.
For what crime, sir?
Investigation for eyes are super pinpoint, okay?
I'm sorry. You stopped me for what purpose? A traffic stop for my license, correct? Please, is my license? Is there a problem with my license?
It's a driver safety checkpoint.
Is there a problem with my license?
No problem with your license.
Then you will know that I am not required by law to answer any questions, only to provide my license and insurance upon demand. I have done so.
That is only if another crime has not been suspected. By the way your speech is, the way your eyes dilate.
My eyes are not dilated.
If I wanted to escalate, I can invoke what I call Pennsylvania versus Mims, which states if I ask you to get a vehicle, you must get out for any reason.
You know I know what I'm talking about, man. Please don't make this more difficult. Just give me my stuff, man.
Not us.
I'm talking to your supervisor, sir.
I don't care. I'm talking to you.
See, that's that disrespect. Respect goes two ways.
You have interpreted that completely wrong.
No, I have been through this legally. I know my rights, man.
So I can't tell you to do field sobriety.
I am following whatever you are telling me to do is a lawful order right now, because I will revisit this day with my lawyer.
I'm not telling you that you have to do it. I'm offering you to do it.
No, you just gave me an order to get out of my vehicle to do a field. So I am following your orders, sir.
Okay, go around.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Danny from the Constitution State here today. I hope everybody's having a good day. Today's video comes from CryptoKid76. This guy was traveling to work when he hit an ID checkpoint. And he provided his ID, but since he didn't want to answer their questions, they wanted him to pull off to the side of the road and do a DUI test. Then they just start saying anything. Oh, your eyes are pinpointed. Oh, no, they're dilated. Well, which is it, clowns? And these are the Covington County Sheriffs. I've never seen somebody not swear, be polite, and get arrested for disorderly conduct. A crime that's supposed to be against the public, except there's no members of the public there. All the links will be in the description. He did just provide an update on this situation. I didn't put it in here because I want you guys to go over there and see it. But this is wild. Arrested for complying.
You're being detained right now.
For what crime, sir?
Investigation for eyes are super pinpoint, okay?
I'm sorry. You stopped me for what purpose? A traffic stop for my license, correct? Please, is there a problem with my license?
It's a driver safety checkpoint.
Is there a problem with my license?
No problem with your license.
Thank you.
But
then why am I being detained?
The way your mannerisms and the way you're acting.
I am at work, sir. I am on a time schedule. I do not have time to play the games and answer all the questions. By law, I am not required to answer any questions. I am required to provide my identification. I have provided my identification. Please run my license. You're going to find I'm clean.
Pull in there.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling anywhere, sir. I don't have to. By law, I have complied with everything I must do right now.
All right, well, I'm going to run some tests on you, okay?
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. I am...
Pull in there.
No, sir. I am in full compliance with what is required by Mississippi law right now. I have provided my license. Please run my license. If you would like insurance, I will provide my insurance. I am not in any way wrong right now, and I am not going to get out of my car nor answer any questions that I am not legally required to. At this point, I would like to invoke my right to my Fifth Amendment and to not speak further, and I would like the supervisor, please. Thank you.
Well, I am the supervisor.
Okay.
You're speaking to me.
Okay. Then you will know that I am not required by law to answer any questions, only to provide my license and insurance upon demand. I have done so.
That is only if another crime has not been suspected.
I'm not required by law. I've been through this so many times with the police and sheriffs. I'm just trying to get to work. I'm going to Ellisville, to Dental Group of Ellisville, to install this computer and monitor in Operatory 1 because it has been down for some time. I don't have to answer these questions. This is harassment.
Well, it's not harassment.
It is harassment. You just let them other people go right through without even asking to see their license, and you're detaining me because I refuse to tell you where I'm going. This is harassment. And let me get your name too, sir, please.
Joshua Summerlin, badge number 9.
Thank you.
Okay. No big deal.
Thank you.
By the way your speech is, the way your eyes dilate.
My eyes are not dilated, sir. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I drink Red Bull.
They are very pinpoint.
Okay. My eyes are not pinpointed.
We would like to run some tests.
My eyes are not pinpointed. You're making stuff up to be able to further detain me because I would not answer y'all's questions.
What questions have I asked you that?
You and that other gentleman come over here and ask me where was I headed. I said I don't like to answer questions. He said, well, why don't you want to answer questions? I said I don't like to answer questions. Then you came over and said, can you pull over here right here? I said, am I being detained? Am I under arrest? Yes, you're being detained. Why? Because you're being combative and aggressive. All of that is recorded right now. Yo, my goodness, you said something along the lines that I was being... I am asserting my right to travel freely and without molestation. Please run my license and insurance, please.
We're not harassing you, okay?
You are harassing me, and this is all recorded.
That's fine, and I have my body camera on, no big deal.
Thank you.
Look, you are giving indicators.
I have given no indicators, man. I am at work. I travel for work, just like you. You're a road pirate. You get out here and harass people traveling. I am trying to go to a destination. I am not driving. I am traveling to a destination to install a computer, by which I have every right to do with a current valid license with no restrictions and valid insurance. So can I please have my license back and be allowed to proceed on my way? Unless I'm going to be arrested for committing a crime, I would like to have my license back and be allowed to continue on my way, please. This is ridiculous.
So, since you've gone through this before, can you cite the case law where you're allowed to do what you're saying you're doing?
Oh, I've already been through this with several counties, sir.
That's fine, because I can cite...
I don't have to require... I do not have to tell you where I am coming from, where I am going, why I am doing it, or anything. By Mississippi law, all I have to do is give you my license and insurance, and I don't even have to have this conversation.
You are absolutely right, to the point to where we are suspecting indications of impaired driving. That's why we're asking to pull over.
I slowed down way back there when I saw the lights and I thought there might be an obstruction, man. Okay. I sat here and calmly put my hands on the steering wheel. I drink Red Bull. My blood pressure may be elevated right now because I'm frustrated at the situation that I'm going through right here. This is ridiculous. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going and you're still holding me. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right now. You're just looking for a way that you can escalate this situation further to make it more than what it is.
I'm not trying to escalate. If I wanted to escalate, I can invoke what I call Pennsylvania versus Mims, which states if I ask you to get a vehicle, you must get out for any reason.
Not in Mississippi, sir.
Pennsylvania versus Mims is a U.S. court.
I understand that,
but Supreme Court,
sir. I've just went through this a few months ago with Mendenhall, Simpson County, and I went through it last year with Gulfport, Harrison County. Please just run my license and let me be on my way. If you would like proof of insurance, I can provide that as well. This vehicle is registered to my wife at the address that is shown on my license.
Okay. So you can't just pull right over there?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to play your games. I can't walk a straight line when I'm sober, let alone if I was impaired. I'm not impaired by any means. I'm drinking Red Bull. I'm not required. I'll blow a breathalyzer. Would you like me to blow a breathalyzer? Let's play that. I'm not doing your road test. I will blow a breathalyzer. And that right there is consent, implied consent.
You're right.
So, please let me blow a breathalyzer. I am not taking any field sobriety tests that involve coordination of my hands and eyes and feet and all that. I will blow.
Okay.
I'll give you a blood test.
Okay. Well, you go that route. To keep you out of the roadway, just pull right there. Get your insurance card out. I'll get my portable, and we'll go that route, okay?
Back here again. I'm currently waiting on them to come back. I pulled over. I told him I would blow. I showed him my license. I'm waiting on them to come back.
So you're not you want consent to standard field sobriety?
No, sir. I'm not good at walking in straight lines. I have problems with my feet. I wear glasses. I will blow a breathalyzer.
Okay.
And I will submit to a blood test, but I will not submit to a standard field sobriety test.
Watch out that bee in the truck right there. So would you do an eye test?
No, I'm visually impaired. I have problems seeing.
Okay.
I'm drinking Red Bull. Look, my license just came back clear. I heard it. Can I please be returned my license? You've seen my insurance. I have a deadline. This clinic closes at 4 o'clock. I have to get there and install this computer and this monitor and operatory one at Dental Group of Ellisville, where the manager, Kayla James, has been waiting on me since I left my home in Oakville. I'm not even required to tell you all this. This is harassment.
No, we're not trying to harass you.
Then let me go on my way. My license is clean. I showed you my insurance, man. I'm just annoyed. I don't like these games that cops play. It is harassment. You stop people traveling in their normal course of doing daily life because I don't bow down to you as a superior moral authority or something. I don't know what the problem is, but you are no different than you and I, sir. You chose a different profession. You chose to enforce the law as the law has been interpreted and handed down by the courts. Yeah. I choose to work in information technology. But other than that, there is no differentiation between you and I, sir. And I don't have to even call you sir, even though I call my children sir and ma'am. And I address them as please and thank you because I teach them manners, because that's how we should communicate. But because I don't defer to you and provide you with I don't know what kind of perceived respect you think is entitled, I'm being held and detained here when all these other people simply showed their license and you let them go.
Well, they show their license and they don't have any indications of impaired
because
driving.
I didn't want to answer y'all's questions.
No, that wasn't it.
That was it, man. I got it all recorded right here. I'll be glad to take it to court. Want to write me a ticket, please? If I've broken the law, please write my ticket and let me go.
Well, that's why we have reasonable suspicion to believe you have broken the law by impaired driving.
Oh my goodness! Then let me blow.
No, I'm not saying
because field sobriety tests are open to the perception and discretion of the person. Please refrain from leaning on my car. Thank you. Because field sobriety tests are open to the objection and.
Why are you so upset?
Because I'm trying to go to work and y'all are holding me up, man.
Getting out of here if you let us do field sobriety.
No, I'm not for what. No, I'm drinking.
Because your pupils are pinpointed.
Whatever. I'm drinking Red Bull, dude.
Red Bull has nothing to do with it.
Okay, whatever.
This ain't our first day on the job, sir.
Whatever, man.
Go ahead, step out then.
No, I'll blow. I will blow.
Blowing is for alcohol.
For alcohol. We ain't worried about alcohol.
For what then?
Get out of the vehicle.
Step out.
We believe that you're impaired on another substance other than alcohol.
Like what?
Okay.
Under what reasonable suspicions? I'm talking to your supervisor, sir. Please don't interrupt.
We have reasons.
Please, will you please ask your deputies to refrain? I'm discussing with you right now.
We are discussing, all of us.
I'm talking to you. You're the supervisor.
Okay. Same thing he said. Okay. We believe that you may be impaired.
On what?
Some type of other substance.
Such as?
Methamphetamines, pills, heroin, anything.
Oh, I'm not on nothing like that.
And that's why we want to do a standard field sobriety to make sure. We are out here not looking just for people with no driver's license. We're out here enforcing traffic
But you
laws
stopped and said you were looking for a driver's license, and I have that recorded. And according to the Mississippi statutes, if I had a signal, I could pull it up. I just went through this. A roadblock in Mississippi, one, must be priorly announced on a public website, and two, it is a roadblock. It is a driver safety test and road sobriety test and public records check also have clear definitions under which they can be pursued. And this, at this point, has been defined in Mississippi courts and the United States Supreme Courts as unreasonable detaining beyond the initial cause of the stop. We are at that point. You know I know what I'm talking about, man. Please don't make this more difficult. Just give me my stuff, man.
Not us.
I'm talking to your supervisor, sir.
I don't care. I'm talking to you.
See, that's that disrespect. See, respect goes two ways.
You have interpreted that completely wrong.
No, I have been through this legally. I know my rights, man.
Well, step on out. Because we're coming to a point where you're failing to comply, okay?
I have not failed to comply with a lawful order yet, sir.
A lawful order is stepping out of the car.
It is not a lawful order at this point because I have not broken any laws. I have not broken any laws. I have complied within what the Mississippi law demands that I do.
No, you're mistaken on that.
No,
we
sir.
have reasonable suspicion to believe you are driving impaired.
No, you.
And we want you to step out the vehicle. We are ordering you to step out the vehicle. So step out.
We can help you out of the vehicle if you need.
I would like to speak to another supervisor, please.
We're here.
Sir, my rights are being violated here. I am clearly asking for another supervisor. I am not going to resist anything. I am not going to fight anybody. I am requesting that you do not, I am not giving you permission to enter my vehicle. I am not giving consent to have my vehicle or my body searched.
We're not searching anybody.
You have conducted a visual, each of you have conducted a visual inspection of the interior of my vehicle, which has all 4 windows down, and there is nothing that is in any type of conspicuous way trying to be hid. Each of you, if you had found something inside the domain of my vehicle, which did warrant suspicion, you would already be using that as reasonable cause to enter my vehicle, but you have not, because there is nothing.
Because the reason for us to get inside your vehicle is you, because we believe you're impaired driving.
No, you don't, sir. You want me to bow down to you.
Give blood. You willing to go to the hospital and give blood? Nothing's going to be found in your blood whatsoever.
No.
Okay then, so
what's
step
the big deal? Step out.
Because I can't walk in a straight line on a good day, let alone if I was impaired.
We're not walking to give blood.
What?
You said you want to give blood, so walking in a straight line ain't gonna matter.
Well, you're talking, look, because if I give up, okay, you suspect I'm on methamphetamines or cocaine or something because I'm drinking a Red Bull?
No.
Yes, it's a known stimulant with known ingredients in it that cause people to have dilation of the eyes and elevated blood rate and stuff like that. This is no secret. I don't even smoke cigarettes, man.
Well, all this are here in the car right here.
Oh, what?
The ash on her side.
My wife smokes.
Okay then. But listen, we have reasonable suspicion to believe that you were impaired driving, okay? So you must step out the vehicle to do one of 3 things: a field sobriety test, give blood, or get arrested. Okay?
What's your name and badge number again, sir?
I told you.
This is a new recording. The other one stopped.
That's fine. Sergeant Josh Summerlin, Covington 9.
Okay. I am getting out of this vehicle. Please step back from my vehicle. I'm stepping out of my vehicle, please. Please.
I'm making sure no car going.
Okay, I'm stepping out of my vehicle on my own free will. I have turned my vehicle off.
Come back from the car. Now, so, do you want to submit to standard field sobriety? Yes or no?
I'm not consenting to anything. I'm doing whatever. I'm going to play these games with you.
We're not playing games.
Okay. I'm doing whatever you tell me I am. I'm following your lawful orders at this time right now, or what you are conveying to me as lawful orders, because we will revisit this day.
Okay. So I can't tell you to do field sobriety.
I am following whatever you are telling me to do is a lawful order right now, because I will revisit this day with my lawyer.
I'm not telling you that you have to do it. I'm offering you to do it.
No, you just gave me an order to get out of my vehicle to do a field. So I am following your orders, sir.
Okay, come around.
Why am I being arrested? Please tell me what charge I am being arrested for.
You put your phone in the pocket.
I would like to know, please. I will put it. I need to know what charge I'm being arrested for, so I have it documented.
Disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
What does everybody think about these fools? Do you hear these guys? Well, can you cite the case law? Why does he have to cite the case law? It's not his job. And since this has happened, this dude has put in a lot of time and effort into fighting these charges. He was not only arrested for disorderly conduct, but for the DUI too. And I put out a video, I don't know, a month or 2 ago, and I said something about MIMS, and I just said, get out of the car if they say it. And somebody said, no, absolutely do more research about that because you don't have to. And so I've read a bunch of different stuff on MIMS and other cases like it. And yeah, you don't have to get out of the car if there's not a safety concern. But I will advise people, if you don't have the money to get out on bond to fight the case for a year or 2, I would get out and I'd fight it after. Because as we see on a daily basis, it doesn't matter if you're right and they're wrong. The courts and the judges will back these pigs no matter what. But Crypto Kid included all the stuff he's found, and Rodriguez is big for all of us. Summary: the court held that an officer may not extend the duration of a traffic stop beyond its original purposes without reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. This case applies particularly to extended stops or additional orders like ordering a driver out that may prolong a stop without lawful cause. Relevance. Rodriguez reinforces the principle that the purpose of the stop should guide its conduct, including orders to exit the vehicle, which must be justifiable and related to the purpose of the stop. And everybody should know these things because they don't. And even if they do, they don't care. Oh, you don't normally need to answer questions, but once it comes to a DUI, you have to. What? Then he mumbles, Pennsylvania versus Mims. Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977. Summary. In this case, the U.S. Supreme Court held that the police officers could order a driver out of the vehicle for safety reasons following a lawful stop, even if there was no specific suspicion of danger. However, the ruling does not provide carte blanche for officers to order drivers out without a lawful basis for the stop or safety concerns. Relevance. Mims provides that an order to exit must be based on a lawful traffic stop and valid safety concerns. Therefore, an officer's order outside these boundaries could be considered invalid. And again, that's a thin line to walk. And that's why I would just say, if you don't have anything to hide, I would just comply and deal with it later. Because we see cops all the time smashing people's windows out, dragging people out, and beating people who've committed nothing more than a traffic infraction to get them out of these vehicles. But this is what happens when the Supreme Court rules that the officers don't need to know the laws they're enforcing, or that they're allowed to get them wrong. And this is what happens when departments refuse to hire people because they're smart. It's happened here in Connecticut. They were sued for refusing to hire somebody that did too good on their tests, stating they would get bored. So they hire dummies that don't even know the laws they're enforcing. And this guy even said it. He only started learning the law because he was tired of getting bullied, tired of getting stepped on, tired of them violating him. But he said, I don't want to do any of your tests. I'm not doing that. I'll do the breathalyzer or blood, which I would have never even said blood because they're going to want to take you right there then on the spot to go do this blood test. And as he stated, he's on his way to work. So I don't understand why they didn't just walk to their car and get a breathalyzer and bring it back. Why they're still harassing him. If they were that concerned with public safety and not violating this guy's rights, not extending the stop even longer for absolutely nothing, they would have just gave him the breathalyzer. But that doesn't seem to be what it's about. So then he pulls over and they come back and immediately say, oh, so you won't consent to a regular field sobriety test? Why would anybody when it's based off their opinion? He literally stated he will do the test that will tell them for sure if he's under the influence or not. And then they change it to drugs. Oh, well, you could be under drugs or alcohol or blah, blah, blah. He did say once he got to the jail, he did do a urine and he said he's waiting on the results for that. And then he comes whining about reasonable suspicion. And it says reasonable suspicion is to establish reasonable suspicion. Officers must use specific, articulable facts and reasonable inferences from those facts. They can't rely on vague suspicions or hunches. And they say officers must use specific, articulable facts. All they've said is his eyes are pinpoint. Then they said his eyes are dilated. Then they said something about his speech. And that's why people always say, don't answer questions and don't even talk to them. Because even if you're not answering questions, they're still listening to you. They're trying to turn it into something. Oh, well, he said that word a little funny. He must be drunk. And they use this crap all the time without any facts, like they're doing right here to this man right now. And then they clearly say, oh, we don't think you're drinking. We think it could be this long list of other drugs. It could be one of those that we're looking for. They're not looking for anything specific. They're fishing. And it's crazy that he remains respectful the whole time. And all they do is disrespect him. Like at the end, when he's talking to the supervisor and they all keep butting in. It's funny because when 2 or 3 people are pulled over in a car, if anybody in the car is talking at the same time, these guys have a hissy fit. One person at a time. But when the shoe's on the other foot, look at how they act. Look at how the supervisor allows them to act. Just shows how childish they are. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your supervisor. I don't care. I'm talking to you. And there you have it. He ended up complying and getting out. Because they kept whining about having reasonable suspicion. Nothing about his driving implied that he was under the influence. Nothing other than the cop saying, oh, your eyes were pinpointed and then dilated implied this man was under the influence. I mean, he sounded fine that whole time. He wasn't slurring words. He wasn't talking slow. You figured that would have dispelled some of their worries, right? And I don't understand how this creates disorderly conduct. He's not being loud. There's no threats. There's no vulgar language. There's literally nothing. And where's the complainant? Where's the victims in this? And these are some other cases that have to do with vehicles and being pulled out of them and prolonging traffic stops. Summary, the Supreme Court ruled that search incident to a traffic citation for minor traffic violations was unconstitutional without a specific safety concern or probable cause. This precedent further establishes limitations on the extent of officer authority following a routine stop. Relevance, it underscores that in the absence of specific concerns, the actions taken during a traffic stop, like ordering someone out of a car, are limited and must meet specific criteria. State versus Evans. Summary, the court ruled that police cannot order a driver out of a vehicle solely based on refusal to provide answers unrelated to the stop's purpose. There must be reasonable suspicion to justify further actions beyond the stop's initial reason. Relevance. This precedent supports the idea that refusal to answer unrelated questions is not grounds for a lawful order to exit, emphasizing a driver's right to remain in their vehicle absent reasonable suspicion. And those are cases that he found and he added. And I say that's a fine line you're walking, because they really believe that Pennsylvania versus Mims gives them the grounds to rip anybody out of the car for any reason. It was clearly an ID checkpoint, but since he didn't want to answer their questions, they kept escalating and escalating until they literally arrested him for telling him he was going to follow their orders. The cop just knew that if he ordered him to do it, it would come back on him because you don't have to do it. So instead, he just arrested him for something he didn't do. He said it took them hours to book him. He said he didn't get to make a phone call till almost 5 o'clock, and that's, go figure, when the tow yard closes. He obviously missed his job that he was traveling to when this all occurred. I wish him the best. He gives an update where he's at. He's filing motions to dismiss, and I hope it goes his way. But I think he's on the right path. I think with all the research he's done in between and what he's come up with shows that his head's in the right place. Definitely go check his channel out for the update. Definitely go check his channel out for the original videos. I just threw them together and I took out the dead time when he was sitting there after he pulled over and nothing was going on. Let me know what you guys think about all this nonsense. If anybody feels any type of way about these fine sheriffs, all the information will be in the description. You can absolutely redress your grievances to them. And I'll see you guys on the next one.